there was always a lot of love from him, and we'd always hug, and he would say the same things he says to all of you guys. Go get him, brother, and put his hand across my shoulder. And there's not a day that goes by that I did not know my father loved me.
That's Luke Russert, the son of NBC political chief Tim Russert, remembering his father this morning on the Today Show. Luke sat in the same chair his father graced so many times. He says his father's death took the family by complete surprise. And they're not alone. The entire NBC News community and those who watch Russert every week on NBC are also expressing their grief over his passing late last week. Last night, hundreds of mourners in Russert's home state of New York gathered for a candlelight ceremony. Tim Russert Park is located in West Seneca, about 5 miles from where Russert grew up in Buffalo. A public wake for Russert is planned for tomorrow in Washington, and in addition to friends, family, and colleagues, thousands of folks who respected his work are expected to turn out to show their respects. Brian Moore has the story.
Member of the museum.
At the Baseball Hall of Fame game in Cooperstown, New York, Tim Russert was remembered as a sports fan and honored with a moment of silence.
Please join us in remembering his unsurpassed passion for the game.
My time has come.
But it was in his hometown of Buffalo that he was remembered in the way that might have made him most proud.
Here's a man who went to the top, but always remembered where he came from.
At the park that bears his name, residents gathered to pay their respects and share their memories. Those who had known him for years.
So smart. The nuns loved him.
And those who just felt like they had known him from TV. If Russert seemed like an everyman, his son Luke says that's because he was.
One of my first thoughts was for Big Russ, a guy we've...
On the Today Show this morning, he fondly recalled his dad's dedication.
But at his core, I believe he had a higher calling, a responsibility to educate the American public about the candidates who seek the highest office in the land.
For viewers, he seemed like a constant in an ever-changing world.
He was my Sunday morning, every Sunday morning for the last 19 years or so.
And for many, losing Russert was like losing a friend.
My condolences to his family and everyone who watched him.
Brian Moore, NBC News, Washington.
A public wake is scheduled for tomorrow in Washington. A private funeral service is planned for Wednesday. You can learn more about Tim Russert and his career on and off camera. Just follow the links inside the homepage of WXII12.com.